just for a few minutes. I'd like to call on Dr. Alice Ekwu, the Commissioner for Climate and Forestry, to further enlighten us about what this evening is about.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Cross River State, and his dear wife, Dr. Mrs. Linda Ayade, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Cross River State, distinguished guests, captains of industry, my colleagues, Cross Riverians, good evening, everybody. I stand here to express my profound gratitude for a day like this, that today we're celebrating Cross River, the green state, the green and clean state. It is the greenness that makes us clean. And for this year's carnival, my erudite governor, the Executive Governor of Cross River State, in his God-given wisdom, decided to christen the carnival of this year as climate change. It is the governor, I stand here proudly to say, is the governor whose thinking faculty is light years ahead of most of us. Can we put a round of applause for him? Give it up to our dear governor. He thinks ahead of us. He's so perceptive about what's happening in the rest of the globe, not just in Cross River or Nigeria or Africa. I like to let some of us that are not aware to know that he is the governor, the only governor from Africa, representing the whole of the African continent, who spoke in the Paris conference of 21. He's leading Africa not just because he wants to make a show of it. He's leading Africa because he wants Africa to get its right of place in the issues of climate change. And who else is best positioned to do that except if it's not Cross River State? Cross River State has 50% and more, in fact 58% of the last remaining tropical rainforest in Nigeria. And so we are the best positioned to assess the funding, to assess the assistance, to assess, to even begin to discuss the issues of climate change, because it is the forest that is capable of dealing with climate change that is bedeviling the whole world today. So, and we have the forest, so let Cross River be the front runner, which we are now. I just want to say that as an aspect of the carnival, which he titled climate change this year, on Tuesday, we are going to have what we call the Green Carnival. It will kick off at 8 o'clock from 11:11. And it's a special carnival in the sense that I, as Commissioner for Climate Change and Forestry, will be there in person to give everybody a seedling of a tree to go and plant in your name. When you pick up that seedling, we will process to a location that we have designated for tree planting to symbolize and to mark the fact that we, Prosperous, are ready. We are poised to ensure that climate change is dealt with properly, because we want to protect our forest, which we have already. That which has been cut down already, we are regenerating, we are replanting. And so the Green Carnival is a tree planting carnival. So everybody is going to pick up a tree, a seedling from me on that day, and you go and plant it. I'll write your name on it. I take responsibility, I will water it for you, but please do us a favor. Once in a while, come around and see how your tree is growing. Okay, go back to her. Okay, and I'd like to announce that His Excellency has told us that this is the maiden edition, and every year we're going to be planting trees during Carnival, and maybe some other events that he will come up with. Like I said, he always thinks ahead of all of us. And so So for this one, he wants us to plant the trees, and he chose me as the chief servant of those tree planting exercises. So please come out in green. Tonight, like we said, is a green ball. Never mind, I wore a green dress before. I wore a green dress before. It had a complaint, so I changed. Your Excellency, please. Okay, so please come out in green. And it's a carnival, full blast carnival. Except that the trekking distance is shorter because of the previous day's carnival. So it's going to be symbolic. It's a most solemn activity. Away from all of the dancing, the street party. Yes, street party is fine, but we're sending a message to the world that we are poised to regenerate our forests and to maintain that which is still existing. Thank you very much, Rosmarians, Your Excellency.